How you doing, YouTube? Now with Massive Beer Reviews. Back to yet another review. A little bit of a Chicago born and bred hop forwardness on today's Massive Beer Review in the form of Hop Butcher for the World's Craniac. Yeah, second Hop Butcher beer I'm going to have. The first one I had was their, no. Was it the no? Was that it? Yeah, I think that's the name of it. It was fantastic. It was one of the best outside of the Northeast representations of that New England hazy IPA that I've pretty much ever had. So, kudos to those guys. But kudos first to Jordan, Chicago Jordan. He sent me a message a couple months ago about sending me a bunch of Chicago and Chicago area beers, and he ended up sending me a bunch, and this is one of them. So thank you very much, dude. Super excited to give it a whirl. As far as what else this says on this can, it says Craniac, Nelson Sauvignon, and Enigma hopped double India Pale Ale, 8% alcohol by volume. They're talking about Pinot Grigio, soft papaya, and golden raspberries as their tasting notes on here. That'd be that. Yeah, it was. It's cool. I like it. It's weird. It's like the shape of a skull. It looks like kind of like tissue kind of thing going on, but it's almost like a cave background, and there's like a stitch in a skull. I don't know. It's very cool. I like the artwork. It's sketchy. It's kind of like pre-clean artwork wise sketchiness, and I kind of dig it. Like the gray, kind of soft gray kind of can. You get the little hop tasting note thing going on there. So yeah, I like it. Let's see what she's got. Give you guys the big fat silent pour there. Yeah, didn't generate much of a head, and I kind of threw that sucker in there. Fat glass, so, that can be part of it. Just off-white head and a soft kind of haze to it. Nothing too crazy. Definitely in that hazy IPA kind of realm, soft milkiness kind of on the edges of it. But yeah, bright orange yellow kind of in color. So should she look like hazy IPA? Sure. See what she smells like. Ooh, okay. I dig this. This is not your typical nose on a hazy beer. This is definitely kind of like they're talking about that kind of papaya Pinot Grigio thing on there. It definitely has wine vibes to it. Wow, man, that's super fun. That is a super fun fucking nose. There's this weird... There's this bitterness in there. I can't place it. I don't know where it's coming from. It's this unique kind of bitterness. Yeah, you're getting that tropical fruit, but it's coming off kind of like a spicy tropical fruit, if that makes any sense. And that Pinot Grigio thing, it's like almost not even like a Pinot grape thing. It's almost like a grape leaf thing. I'm getting this like herbally thing, but I'm getting like this new school kind of sweet juicy hop thing. But it's boggling my brain because I'm not getting a lot of the typical kind of hop fruitiness from it. I'm not getting like your straight up juiciness. It's more kind of like a musty kind of post fermentation kind of thing going on. And that bitterness in there. It's a weed bitterness, but it's like keef bitterness. The more than a weed bitterness, and then like you're like, okay, what the hell is keef bitterness? About lupulin powder with hops. Essentially, that's the weed version. The keef is the weed version of that, and then you would take weed and kind of silt it down on top of like a silk screen, and the remains kind of drop down, and you're left with this kind of powder, this crystalline kind of powder, and that's the kind of like smell I'm getting from one, like from that keef powder, whether it be straight or after it's being like ignited. There's a word for you. But yeah, super interesting, herbal, but at the same time a very fruit-forward kind of herbal, not like a florally kind of herbal. I get where they're going with the whole papaya thing, but again, it's just a very unique hop-forward smell. Super fun. Super fucking fun. I just gotta drink it, see what she's got. Cheers. Oh yeah. It follows right into the mouth. This has got this weird, almost like That's super cool, man. That's a cool fucking hop profile right there. That is super fucking cool. This tastes like you took like I don't even know, like the grape must from Pinot Grigio. It took exactly what they said with that kind of papaya, but you took the papaya skin or a bit of the skin, and you took the must from a Pinot Grigio, and then you kind of dried it out completely, and then steeped it like a tea. That's that tea thing I was kind of talking about earlier, and made like a tea out of it. That's what I'm getting from it. Is that me just going off on a fucking weird left field kind of tangent? Maybe. But that's what I'm tasting. That's what my brain tells me. Have I ever had anything like that before? No. So I don't know where I'm coming from with that whole analogy, but it just makes sense in my brain. Definitely bittering leading the day. Get those kind of tannic tea vibes combined with that bit of vinous grape vibes. Enough sweetness to carry it through. It's not a sweet beer. Even though it's technically, in the grand scheme of things, probably a sweet beer, it doesn't come off sweet. And it's coming off kind of like a dry, almost like a dry hopped, hazy Pinot Grigio. Do you know what I mean? To where it's like, it's dry hopped. It has that Pinot Grigio thing going on. There's enough sweetness there, but it just lacks that overt dryness to it. I don't know. It's a weird beer. My brain's just going all over the place on it. This is interesting stuff. This is, let's put it this way. The beer I had before this and this one from Hop Butcher, by far two of the most interesting hop forward beers I've had in quite some time. Crazy interesting stuff. Super interesting stuff. The kind of stuff that really turns me on when it comes to like, any beer, regardless, but definitely in the hop forward realm. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's like a wine tea bag beer with enough sweetness and carbonation and beeriness to make it beer. Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better double IPAs I've had as of late? I actually don't know the answer to that fucking question. I don't know if it's amazing. I think it is, but at the same time, I'm like, am I just that excited by the uniqueness of it? But there it is. Is it one of the more exciting double IPAs I've had as of late? Absolutely. Diet availability? No idea. Not sure how to get it. Need some more. Need everything these guys produce because I'm that fucking spitting. So yeah, somebody clue me in. And just say, if you like what, will you like this? If you like interesting beers. Unique beers. And I want to say that with a little bit of an asterisk on the edge of it. Unique doesn't make you unique. Unique doesn't make a good beer. Just to be different does not make you interesting. I worked with a girl when I worked in the tattoo world. Her whole shtick was trying to be unique. You know, she was, a rebel without a pause kind of girl, came from a wealthy family and, became a tattoo artist and just like tried to act a certain way, gave herself a weird nickname, can actually draw well, but then the things she would draw were so forcibly out there that you could tell it wasn't organic. It wasn't, real. It was just her trying to be unique, trying to be odd. And a lot of people can't do that in the beer world. You see a lot of people throw different random shit in the beer or try to do this, try to do that. There's none of this here. There's no pretension. There's no pomp. This is just somebody trying to do unique things with hops, and it comes off really well. It doesn't come off synthetic, or it doesn't come off like very just showy or forced. Kind of like Cam Newton comes off as a quarterback, just trying to force everything as far as the way he dresses and all that stuff is just fake. It's kind of like that. What else? I don't know. I don't know where I even left off. I'm not excited about the beer. So there you go. I like it. Let's put it that way. And if you like what we like this, that's where I was. Good beer. Well-made, interesting beer from apparently somebody that's doing fun things, because that's fun. And you should drink it. How's that for a fucking endorsement? Anyway, there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there, words and stuff and things. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped Massive Beers. All 4 of those places if you want to check this dude out somewhere else. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a beer as fun as this one. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.